Indian economic updates. India is set to achieve a historic milestone with the launch of its first hydrogen-powered train, scheduled to begin operations on the Jinsonipat route in Haryana by 31st March 2025. This initiative aligns with India's goal of sustainable transport by reducing carbon emissions and promoting clean energy. Hydrogen trains operate using fuel cells, emitting only water and heat, making them a greener alternative to diesel locomotives. The train will have a 1,200 HP engine, the world's most powerful hydrogen engine, reach speeds of 110 km/h and accommodate 2,638 passengers. Hydrogen-powered trains offer multiple benefits, including zero emissions, energy efficiency, long-term cost savings, and reduced noise pollution. This project is part of India's broader Hydrogen for Railways initiative, aiming for net zero emissions by 2030. With this launch, India joins nations like Germany, China, and the UK in adopting hydrogen rail technology, marking a significant step toward eco-friendly transportation and a cleaner future. The government plans targeted interventions to boost technology adoption in the MSME sector and restructure the Development Commission to make it more effective and globally competitive. Niti Aayog will conduct a study to identify key challenges and suggest reforms focused on monitoring and evaluation. MSMEs contribute 41% of India's gross value added in the manufacturing sector, with significant potential to integrate into global value chains. The plan includes infrastructural reforms and a technology-sharing ecosystem involving government and private stakeholders, inspired by global best practices. DC MSME will be revamped as a single-window agency for policy, finance, raw material procurement, and marketing support. The study will analyze MSME sector trends, compare global technology adoption, and recommend strategies to enhance competitiveness. The proposed Grameen Credit Score will help banks extend more loans to rural women, known for prompt repayments, and support the growth of self-help groups, SHGs. It will factor in utility bill payments, small UPI transactions, and enrollment in government schemes like Ladli Behna Yojana. Women-led SHGs have delinquency rates below 1%, yet their creditworthiness was previously unrecognized. The new system aims to boost lending by incorporating digital transactions and subsidy receipts. Banks will develop loan products enabling larger loans for business expansion, aligning with schemes like Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana. The Indian Banks Association and public sector banks will collaborate with the government to standardize this framework for rural credit access. The US, EU, UK, and Australia, alongside 4 other nations, expressed apprehensions regarding India's input subsidies for power, irrigation, and fertilizers, reaching $48 billion in 2022 to 2023. This amount, according to the US at a recent World Trade Organization meeting, exceeds twice the value of all trade-distorting support reported in 2021 to 22, urging India to enhance transparency. Input subsidies for low-income or resource-poor producers totaled $32 billion in 2021 to 22, with data from the 2015 to 16 agriculture census indicating that 99.43% of farm holdings in India belong to such farmers. These subsidies fall under Article 6.2 of the WTO's Agreement on Agriculture, offering developing countries leeway in domestic support provision.